Question 1561. Would you trust your best friend to perform electrolysis on your face?
No. Absolutely not. If you met my best friend, you would understand.
As somebody who regularly undergoes electrolysis, yes, I would.
Question.
Because electrolysis itself isn't a dangerous procedure. It's just perceived to be a dangerous procedure.
It is in the hands of my mates.
The needle is tiny. The needle will bend before any damage is done. The electrical current is negligible. So, yeah, I've got no problem with it.
Well, there is the potential for scarring if it's not done properly.
Well, yeah, but the risk of the scarring is minimal. If you were doing it in such a way that was causing scarring, then I'd be a bit less inclined to let you carry on. But I wouldn't have an objection to you starting doing it.
Right, Nerdy says, no, I don't have a best friend. Ox says, fuck no. Uhan says, yes. Nathaniel says, the question assumes I have friends. You have at least
The question
one.
also assumes people know what electrolysis is.
My best friend is a goat. I wouldn't trust
Your
him.
best friend is a goat. They could hold the device in their mouth and poke randomly.
Have you not seen the Spot the Goat thing on my show?
Is that your friend?
That's my best friend.
I think Phobe has a point that, some people may not be aware of what the procedure for electrolysis involves.
Well, I wouldn't
Take it
even
away,
trust my
Dave. Take it away. It's your question.
TV remote control.
Would you? Hang on. Would you, Dave, trust your best friends with any procedure regarding your face? Any procedure. Any.
Sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, look at his face. Sorry, Dave. It was too easy. I had to.
Sandy says, fuck no, stay away from my face. Yandiri says, hell no. Tusk says, my best friend is a drug-crazed biker, so no, probably not. God says, no chance my best friend is a cat. Theo says, how can you perform electrolysis in someone's face that's happening in liquid? Right, someone explain what electrolysis is to Theo.
It's your question.
Yeah, I never explained.
Yeah, but it's your question.
Okay. Electrolysis for hair removal is a process of poking a very tiny needle into the hair follicle to basically cook the root of the hair so it won't grow back. So for somebody performing electrolysis would be stabbing your face with a tiny needle several hundred times.
Are you talking about thermolysis
Thousand.
or electrolysis?
So an electrolysis needle is typically between 1 millimeter and 1.5 millimeters wide, and it's typically about 4 millimeters deep, and the electrical current is negligible, and it is just...
Yeah, the needle literally has to be just the size of a human hair in order to be able to get down into the follicle.
In electrolysis, the probe is an anode, and then you have a grounding strap, basically. And
some of the more modern machines don't have that grounding
It
strap
depends
anymore.
on the type of electrolysis.
Now you're talking thermolysis that is using heat.
No.
The electrolysis does create heat, but it depends on the galvanic action.
The galvanic's the one that converts it to lye and then kills it that way.
Exactly, and it will actually...
You're talking about galvanic
kill some of them-
electrolysis.
It will actually kill some of them around the source of the probe, which is why some people prefer it in terms of its effectiveness.
Because I've had electrolysis where I've been told to hold a probe, and I've had electrolysis where there is no probe being held, and it's both electrolysis.
Yeah.
Not
I'm
thermolysis.
sure it's meant... I may have missed something there. I thought
And
it was the
whichever
person
type-
doing it that had to hold the probe, but I could be
It
wrong.
sucks.
It sucks.
No, it's fine. I fall asleep during it. I just relax and fall asleep through it.
Oh,
I've fucked my friend. I wouldn't even let a professional doctor go near me if that's what it is.
You wouldn't let a professional doctor go near you.
I would have to say that, yes, I would trust my best friend to do it. She would not trust herself to do it.
Mm-hmm. Granny says, no, I wouldn't
She would
trust
be
my
more
best friend
nervous
with that.
about it than I would be.
Yeah. You
Then
asked
again,
her.
I do. But the reason I'm saying blasé about it is because they have a nonsensically high pain threshold. I mean, when I have facial electrolysis done, I generally just relax and fall asleep whilst the procedure's being done.
It also depends on the region of the face they're doing. Some regions are fairly not painful, and some are excruciating.
Under here is the
That-
most painful because it's
that's
got
one
the
of those
highest
bad ones.
concentration of nerve endings.
Yeah,
And it
I would
does
think the
make my
closer
nose
you
run, it
are,
does make me sneeze as well because
Yeah.
you're stimulating the nerves.
I think in general, the closer you are to the lips, the more sensitive it's going to be.
Mm.
And O'Hare says, use a laser, it's more fun.
Laser doesn't work for everybody. Laser depends on the pigmentation of your hair for it to actually work. So lighter skins with darker hairs work very well. And darker hairs with darker skins doesn't work very well. And lighter hair with lighter skin doesn't work very well. You need a good contrast.
Yeah, you basically need the hair to be darker than the skin tone, or it's not going to have any effect.
Nerdy says, I've lost what Nerdy actually says word for word. What about anal electrolysis? Apparently it hurts doing your ankle more. That's what Arden
Never
said.
gotten it done.
And not Arden,
The people who
Jedi,
have electrolysis on their nipples.
Jedi's said.
I've never gotten it done at all. I've never gotten electrolysis, so I wouldn't know. Still wouldn't trust my best friend with it. No.
I haven't had the electrolysis done, but, I've had enough time of tweezing, of plucking hairs out to have an idea of which areas it's more sensitive than others.
Plucking is the painless part of it. Plucking is no big deal.
Yeah, but how does
With
normal
the
plucking
electrolysis,
compare?
but I mean, if you're just plucking hairs out without any kind of other treatment, you feel it.
It hardly at all. Well, at least I don't. I see people cringing all the time about their eyebrows getting plucked, and it's like, I
Right,
don't even
Jenny,
feel it.
did you answer?
The number
No, I
of people
didn't
that I
have-
see that go in
I
to
would-
have electrolysis that are slathered in Emla cream, and it's just like, really? You spent a lot of money getting Emla cream, and it's like, and they see me go in there with like nothing on my face, and I just go, so what? No flinching, just nice relaxing sleep.
I have two people I consider my best friends for the purpose of this question, and I would trust their intent, but I would not trust their very shaky hands.
Tusk says, can I try it on you, Keeler? If I let you try it on me when we're pissed and out of our tiny little minds.
No, because Barman will be there with a camera fucking recording it all. Or Taddy will be, so no. No, that will not be happening.
Also, just for everyone who's in the UK, and particularly in England, to perform electrolysis and to even purchase an electrolysis machine, as far as I know, you actually need a license from your local authority to do so.
Buy a
Yeah.
machine. To buy a machine, you don't.
Tusk
I think you do now.
will
Not
find a way. Tusk will find a way. You don't understand. When Tusk
could
gets
buy the
something into his head,
galvanic
that's it.
You can buy the galvanic ones on eBay for about 60 quid.
I wouldn't trust one of those from eBay. And then again, I wouldn't trust most electrical equipment from eBay.
No, mostly from China.
Phoebe, did you have just your face done, or did you have to go do other parts of your body too?
But I've only had. You're asking if I've had genital electrolysis, and the answer is no.
No, actually, I wasn't.
Because that's also a common
Yeah,
thing that you can have for some forms of lower SRS in trans women.
Yeah.
yeah.
I-
But
I-
it is also
it
common
was-
for women even just to have it on their legs.
Yeah. I have, so far, only needed it on my face. Laser has worked it well enough on other parts of my body.
Yeah, I wish
So you've had laser everywhere. You had laser everywhere else.
they hadn't invented lasers yet. Going through it. We barely had telephones, so.
God says buy a razor. Right.
Is another
No.
reason why I wish I could have gone through the transition at an earlier age. Because if I could have done it 15, 20 years ago, then the laser probably would have worked. At this point, too much of the hair's turned white for me to think the laser would have any results.
Why do I always feel weird knowing that I first started this 17 years ago?
How old do you feel? If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.